Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you. The Cardinal Red Jordan 3s dropped today, and Finish Line did me a solid, and I got exclusive access on them. I was actually able to grab my personal size, and I got a pair for one of my kids. She was super excited with them, and she's really happy about her pair too. I've been getting a lot of W's from Finish Line lately, and I am definitely going to keep riding that wave as long as I can. Hopefully a lot of you were able to come away with W's on these. Let me know in the comments if you got a pair of them. But before I get blown away here by this wind, let's get into these Cardinal Red Jordan 3s. I also thought this was a good opportunity to take these Unite 3s off of ice. These are from a couple years ago. I ended up grabbing these like about a year ago probably because the price was really low. I had an offer out on GOAT that got accepted, but I really love the color blocking on these, and I also love the fact that it's got that OG Nike Air branding on it. I'll apologize ahead of time. This wind has been absolutely bonkers lately, but it wouldn't be that cold if it wasn't so windy. But I swear this is coming all the way from Canada or something. My goodness, I'm ready for the warmer weather. But anyhow, these shoes are pretty hot, so maybe that'll help. I love these boxes. Once again, we've been getting these kind of boxes with like the Pine Green 3s, the Georgetown 3s, and they've just been giving us this kind of mashup of the cement print on one side or the elephant print on one side, and then the box just has a color that kind of coordinates to the shoe. We got the white Jumpman, but I love getting a box that lets me know what shoe is in there. The GS pair that we got, it came with a more standard Jordan box. It's got the cement print on the bottom, but it's just got like a lid that lifts off, a lot like the Racer Blue 5. It just didn't have this color coordination that we get on the adult pairs of the 3s. But it's got a flip top lid. The paper's got more of that elephant print on it. And the tag reads Air Jordan 3 Retro. This is a size 10.5. And the colors are labeled as white, light curry, and cardinal red. Retail price on these was $200. And on the grade school size, it was $150. I don't even know what to say. This is what I like. That retro style, such a classic silhouette. The materials are nice. They look good and clean. The paint is sharp as sharp can be. I'm a big fan of these shoes. And they kind of hit the same note for me as like the white Oreo 4s did last year. Just so clean, going to be real easy to wear, and I think these are going to be pretty sought after for quite some time. I'm really loving these things. The only thing that I would change on these is to give them that OG branding on the back, the Nike Air on the back, but I'm not going to complain about that. I'm just so happy that I have these in my size. I'm happy that my daughter was able to get them in her size. Earlier this week, my other daughter wanted the dark Marina Blues in her size, and she's already been wearing them. And then my oldest child really wanted these in her size, and I'm sure she'll be wearing these pretty soon. But she's just happy as can be looking at hers, and they look really clean too. The paint might not be as sharp on the GS pair. I should have brought them out to show you, but all in all, the quality is really good. I love the way that curry just kind of pops off of there. I think it's just cool to have just those little hits of the curry on the eyelets, and then on that Jumpman on the tongue. I just like that little bit of contrast. Starting with this review, you can see that the outsole is just a classic Jordan 3 tread pattern. The perimeter is mostly a gray color, but then we've got Cardinal red up here underneath the pivot points and Cardinal red for the Jordan branding. And then you've got some bright white down there as well. But you can see the gray color wraps up to meet a bright white midsole. And like I mentioned earlier, the paint on these things is just really, really clean. As always, with all threes, we get that visible air unit. And it looks really nice. And this Cardinal red painted area just came out really, really well. There's no bubbles, it's nice and smooth, but it looks great. I'm loving this pair. I hope they all came out this good. For $200, I mean, this is the kind of quality and the kind of presentation we should get, you know? But then coming up from that midsole, of course, in the front, we've got some elephant print here, and it's not real high, and it's not a real straight angle. It's not like 90 degrees up. It's got that nice gradual slope, just like they used to be, and I love the shape of that. That's part of why I like the shoes that I have on feet so much, because they've also got that nice gradual slope, and it just makes the shoe look way better in my opinion. But this elephant print down here in the front, it's nice and low, and it's just that classic look. You've all seen it before, but looks nice. And then you've also got that elephant print here in the back, wrapping around there, and we've also got it up here by the eyelets on both sides. And then just behind that, down here on the front, we've got some white smooth leather, and it's not the craziest, softest, amazing quality or anything, but it just looks so, so good. And the edge of it is nice and straight, and I just really like the way it came out. But that's pretty much the only place that you'll see the white smooth leather, aside from the top of the tongue, just behind that Curry Jumpman. But underneath of this smooth white leather, we get this really textured white leather, and it just looks beautiful in my book. And again, quality isn't like melt your face off, super soft and buttery, but it looks really, really good, and it feels good enough. It'll hold up a long time, and I think it'll be easy to wipe clean and whatnot. But then we've got more white leather up here around the collar, and it's got those classic perforations in it like we're used to getting. And you can see this white heel tab there with the red Jumpman and the Air branding. And then down here on the base of the tongue, you also have some bright white leather. It's got more of those classic perforations there underneath the laces. They only gave us flat white laces with these. I think they could have thrown in, you know, a spare set or two, but it'd be easy enough to modify that if you feel like it. But as I mentioned before, we got some medium curry hits down here on the eyelets and in these ventilation holes. And then we've got some nice Cardinal red hits on these eyelets going up to the top. And we've got a Cardinal red sock liner and a Cardinal red insole.